How is it going, everyone? It's Johnny Beard here with a very special episode of Streamer Storage Podcast. I am doing Christmas special, and I needed someone really special to join me today. So I've got one of my favourite Welshies of all time. I've got Basically Cat here. Here she is. Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm all the better for speaking to you about Christmas and video games.
Well, I cannot wait. I'm very excited.
I'm honoured to have you here. You are, again, like when it comes to like Welsh content creation, I think you're royalty. I think you're brilliant. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm excited to be asked.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. So,
Mm-hmm.
Kat, if I may. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird way. Just that sentence. I obviously I know who you
Go
are.
by basically.
Yeah. So basically, actually, that doesn't work, does it? I've only just realised that now. So. Sorry, my wife's called Punch It Sue on the streams, and Americans go, "Hey, Punch!" It's quite funny.
Yes, so, Punch. Hey, Punch.
Anyway, so Kat, obviously I know who you are. Can you introduce yourself to people who may or not know who you are? What type of content do you create? Where can we find you as well? And tell us a bit about yourself.
So I mainly do TikTok now. TikTok, a bit of Instagram. Instagram, I love taking a selfie, so that's mainly what I post on Instagram. TikTok, I've recently got into doing Uno live streams. That is like my big thing right now. Uno live streams. It's very, very fun.
That's mental, isn't it? It's like, where does life take you?
Like... Literally.
I don't think you saw that like 3 years ago or 5 years ago,
I've been playing Uno on a live stream every single night. No, I did not think that. But oh my God, am I glad that I am. I love Uno so much.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And you've dabbled as well in other things as well, haven't you? So it was I was about to say Sudoku. I don't think you've done Sudoku. But you've done, what's it? Oh my God. The word one. Wordle.
Wordle?
Yeah.
Wordle,
Thank you.
yes.
I was like, oh my God, I know this and it's gone out of my brain.
I did Wordle, I did it for about 3 years, Wordle. I've only actually recently kind of moved on to doing Uno, but all the Wordle games, so like Wordle, Connections, I used to know them all. Oh my God, Squirtle is one of them. Crosswordle, there's like a million of them now, and I played as many as I could, and I love them, but it's all about Uno now. But
so we're going through our Uno phase, guys. That's absolutely
very
okay.
much. Absolutely. Uno era.
Yes. we have to talk about Taylor Swift at some point as well.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
I mean, yeah, we'll have to. Like, I've got to make the most of this. So I've only got you for an hour. So I think it's only fair that we'll give you a platform to talk about T-Swizzle.
Yes.
So
that's all I ever want. I love it.
Amazing. But before we go into any of that, we got to start from the beginning. We start from childhood. Let's talk about video games, talk about Christmas as well. So it's like in terms of video games, because you do live your games, what were your first like memories of seeing video games? Was it playing it? Was it seeing like a friend or a family member? What's your like your earliest unlocked memory?
What was my first memory of video games? And honestly, I remember for Christmas, funnily enough.
Yay.
When I was like 6 or 7, I want to say, we got a PS2. I remember getting a PlayStation 2, specifically actually from Santa, because I remember turning to my mum and going, do you know what? It's so weird how Santa has the same wrapping paper as us. Isn't that such a coincidence? And she was like, Kat, that is so crazy.
Yeah.
That is so crazy. I was like, wow. Didn't for a second question it. I was just like, yeah, magic. That's what happens.
Yeah.
But I remember we got a PS2 and we must have wanted it because I remember being really excited. But I can't remember the wanting the PS2. So honestly, I think my first memory is getting that PlayStation. For me and my sister, we had it to share and we loved it. I remember we absolutely loved it.
Amazing. So the PS2 era, incredible. So do you remember what games did you play? Do you know, like, did you? Yeah.
I remember we got really, really into Sims 2, first of all. I remember that. I'd never played the first Sims. I think I was a bit too young for that. But Sims 2, I remember we did get. And then Bratz Rock Angels. That was like the big one that I played when I was younger.
Wow.
And, oh my God, Super Monkey Ball, I think it was called.
Okay, yeah.
Super Monkey Ball. I loved that game as well. I think those are the big ones. We also had iToy, which was kind of like
oh my God, yeah.
it was like pre-Wii kind of like Xbox Connect, but like 10 years before.
Yeah, it was like
It
a
was kind of
webcam, wasn't
crazy.
it?
Yeah,
Like a special webcam.
it came. Yeah, I remember that. We love that game. But Bratz Rock Angels was like my bread and butter
Yeah.
on that PS2. I loved it.
S tier goat game of all time, definitely.
Oh my
People
god,
still talk about
truly.
it today, alongside all your
Honestly. Hmm.
it's Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, Metal Gear Solid, and Bratz. Just the
That's
holy
Rock
trinity.
Angels. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Amazing. I didn't play much. I played a little bit of Sims, but I actually played more Sims busting out than the OG Sims. Did you
Yeah,
ever play any
yeah.
of the
I
spin-offs at all?
never. No, not really. I don't even think. I remember at the beginning of lockdown, I did get back into Sims. It must have been at that point Sims 4.
Mm,
I don't know. And this was like, I'm talking like the first week of lockdown.
yeah,
I
yeah.
did nothing but play Sims. I was like jumping on all the bandwagons. But then I must have fallen off because I can't remember getting like obsessed with it again. Um, so no, ever since Sims 2, that was the first and kind of last. But I do remember absolutely loving it. Me and my sister would argue over like who was going to play Sims now.
Yeah.
She'd usually win because she was older than me.
Ah,
So,
God damn it.
hmm
Just bias, isn't
exactly.
it? Just bias.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, I'm the second oldest, so I did the same. I used to
Uh,
play Tekken with my brother and plug his control pad so we can play against a much more competent AI. It's just,
yeah.
hey, so his fault he
Yeah.
was 4. I didn't want to kick his ass too
He's
long.
doing the best he could.
Yeah, he was doing his best, and he felt like he was doing great. Yeah, you're doing
Yeah.
amazing. Well done, you beat me
Oh,
once.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, any other PS2 games come to mind? What did you play it much?
I remember we played it loads when we like first had it, we played it loads, maybe for a year or so. Harry Potter, The Prisoner of Azkaban was
Right.
another big one that we played, but I never ever finished that game. I literally don't think I ever finished it because I remember there was this one point that you got to, and it's in the films as well, where Harry has to ward off all of the Dementors because they're like attacking Sirius Black, and it's like his big moment where he has to do it. Could never do it. I tried for hours. So I think what I would do is I would play to that point and then just restart the game.
Right. Yeah.
Be like, this is clearly above my skill level.
Yeah.
It's not for me. I know my place on this earth, and it is the beginning of the game,
Yeah.
not the end of it.
Yeah. No time to get good. Just
Mm-mm.
accepting. Yeah. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. So from the PS2 then, so around that time as well, there was like handhelds. Do you play many like handhelds, like Game Boys, DSs?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did because I remember my friend. I was never particularly too interested in handhelds until my friend showed me her Game Boy. Because I just don't think I'd ever heard of them before. But then my friend showed me her Game Boy. She had 2. One of them was so old that it didn't even have the function of playing sound.
Okay.
Like that just wasn't even an option. I think they were probably her older brother's ones because they were quite old. And then a blue one that was a Game Boy Color, the blue one. So maybe the other one could play sound, but it wasn't in color. It didn't have one function, I remember that. But the Game Boy Color was the one I loved. And I played Lion King on that.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Constantly. I remember that. I loved that game. I played that for hours on end. And then for my 7th birthday, I saved up all of my birthday money and I bought the DS Lite, which, oh my God, changed my life for about 2 weeks until we went to go and visit my family in London. I remember this story the other day. It's kind of traumatic.
Uh-oh.
We went to go visit my family in London. We got the coach, megabus. And as we were getting off the megabus, it's a bit stressful. Like, my mum's a bit stressed. She's looking after me, who's like 7. My sister, who's just a bit older, she's trying to make sure we don't get like taken in London. So she's keeping us close. And she's like, come on, come on, come on. Without thinking, I put my DS Lite that I bought with my own money into the bin bag and then throw it into a bin in Victoria Station. Oh my God. And I get to my cousin's house and she's like, let's play DS. And I'm like, oh my God, let's. Oh my God, where is it? Oh my God, where is it? Oh my God, where is it? A lot of tears, crying, sobbing. And a lot of my mum teaching me a very important lesson because she was like, no worries, you can wait till next year, save up your money again and buy another one.
Oh my God. No, that is so sad. Right, I don't
So I
think
had
we'll
to
be recover from this.
A whole year. Yeah, no, I don't think I ever recovered from it. Truly, I still feel the heartbreak of realizing that I had thrown my new DS in the bin.
Yeah, god damn. You've
Yeah.
so PTSD unlocked right now. So
Oh yes, very, very much
we're supposed to be
so.
having a nice hour.
I know,
Sorry.
and I'm going to start crying all
Yeah.
over again.
Wow. Yeah, this is the
But I
saddest
did,
Christmas special we've ever done.
honestly. I did. I absolutely loved the DS though, because I remember when I eventually got one again, I was in choir for the entire time in school, and we'd go to all the ACEVODs.
Yes.
And at every single ACEVOD, everybody would bring their DS lights and would all go on Picto Chat and like trash talk each other.
Okay.
Be like,
Yeah.
my school choir is better than your school choir. Like, there's no way you're going to win.
That's
And would do that
amazing.
for the entire time. None of the parents knew it was happening because they didn't know how to use DS lights. So we'd all just be there in our seats, like trying to see who's being mean to us.
That's
It was great.
amazing. That's amazing. The only thing I ever did in this DevVod was yes, bear with us for a second here, everyone. We're gonna start talking Welsh stuff, okay? Bear with us.
We're going to Welsh out.
Yeah,
We're going to
gonna,
Welsh out.
yeah, we're getting our Welsh on. So I used to down Sugaring.
Yes, amazing.
So yeah, I used to have like the outfit and everything. I still know the steps and stuff like that. I think we came like second or something one year. I don't know. I was like 6
Oh,
or something.
wow.
You know, so
Yeah.
and it's quite obvious to say I'm a bit older than you, Kat. So there was no DSs back in those days. So nah.
No, just plain fighting. That's what I'm sure all the damn sugar wedding people were doing.
yeah, in our little Welsh maid outfits, and yeah,
Mhm.
we meant
Just brawls.
yeah, just it was British bulldog in those days. You know, it was
Uh-huh.
Welsh bulldog.
Welsh bulldog. Yeah. I do remember my mum. My mum is English, but she's fully indoctrinated now into Welsh culture. But she would always call Dawnsio Gwarin Dawnsio Gwirion.
Oh no, not Gwydion.
Dawnsio Gwirion. So harsh burn from my mother there.
Oof. I love that. I might start calling it that from now on.
Dawnsio Gwirion. It's a good name.
I had a non-Welsh. I think an American friend in school that went that once said, "Oh, ysgwelwch please," and ever since then I only say, "Ysgwelwch please."
Osgwelwch please. I might adopt that. I like
Yeah,
that. Osgwelwch please.
exchanging half Welshisms here.
Perfect. Perfect Wenglish.
Yeah. Oh, you can't beat English, can you? So, all right. Should we try a Welsh conversation, Kat?
Oh my god, yes. Let's do it.
We'll give you a translation of what we talk about after, so you're not missing out, guys. Everyone on the podcast. So okay. God, I feel awkward now. So sut wyt ti?
Dwi'n da iawn, diolch. Sut wyt ti?
Dwi'n iawn. Oh, I can't remember. See, this is the problem. Dwi'n deall Cymraeg, ond
Yeah.
dwi...
Yeah, ond mae'n cael ei geiriau. Y geiriau efo'n gywir i dweud, ie.
Dwi'n anghofio. Dwi'n meddwl, and dwi'n anghofio beth i dweud, ond dwi'n darllen, dwi'n
Yeah,
gallu
yn fel
deall.
rhugl.
Yeah,
Hollol iawn, yeah.
absolutely. That'll be it. Because I don't think I can do more than that. So
Perfect.
Thank you. Yay! I got Kat's approval. Yeah. So we were just basically saying that I can't speak Welsh very well, but I can understand it. And,
Understand it, yeah.
And Kat basically confirmed that. So.
I get it too, though. It is difficult, because obviously when you're in school, you're speaking Welsh, or when I was in school, I went to Welsh medium school. I know they have kind of half and half schools in North Wales as well, but mine was fully Welsh. And obviously you're speaking it every single day, but since I've left, I've had a lot less opportunity. So I get that as well. It is difficult to think of the words and whatever, but when you hear it, you know it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and again, I must say, we're deviating here, but I honestly don't care. It's a Christmas special after all. Again, I love the fact that you're such a big advocate for Welsh language on social media. You've got a fantastic platform, we know that, and you use it for the greater good, for Welsh culture. And I love that. And again, that's how we connected as well. So,
Yeah, no, absolutely. I love Wales. I truly do. I love Wales. So I'm spreading the gospel wherever I can.
Didn't you post something a few days ago? You've got a partner in the States, I think, haven't you?
Yes.
And
yes, he's American.
And you said he's starting to embrace it as well. I think now as well. I think you saw.
Oh yeah, no. He wears his like Welsh hoodie everywhere. He is constantly correcting people in America whenever they call me English
Oh
or
yes.
whenever they say like, yeah, she's from Wales and England. He's like, no, 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 no. And I see it on his face now. Like when people say stuff like that, it used to just be me who would be like, but now I see it in his face. He goes like, oh, no, 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 no. Like he feels that same, like, get it right, get it right. So I'm truly getting him on side. And I
Oh,
love it.
he's a good egg, clearly. Absolutely amazing.
He is.
Love it, love it. Okay. So yeah, so PS2, talk about Game Boys. Where did you navigate after that? Did you go PS3? Did you kind of take a turn and sort of not really have video games in your life? What happened?
Like at PS2, I remember we stopped playing PS2 and my dad took it over because he was obsessed with Madden, NFL, American football games. So he got the PS2. Fine, whatever. We were that interested at that point. And then I remember for Christmas, probably 2008, I don't know if my dates are right, my dad saying like, "Oh, Kat, can you go make me a cup of coffee?" And I was like, "No, I'm 8. I've never made a cup of coffee in my life. No, what are you talking about?" And he was like, "Just go make me a cup of coffee." And I was like, I don't think you're comprehending that I don't have the skills for that. He was like, "Just go through to the kitchen." And I was like, "All right." There was a Wii waiting for us in the dining room where you have to walk through.
Yay.
That's what he was getting at.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that. When we got it, we were like, "Oh my god, so excited." We played Wii for a little bit, not too many games. I can't really remember what we played on the Wii, but I do remember loving it. But then after that, I think I kind of just fell off video games. The DS, people kind of stopped playing that. Wii, people kind of stopped playing that. And then I guess the next console I bought was I bought a PS4 when I wanted to get into Twitch streaming.
Right.
In fact, and that was over lockdown. I'd started doing TikTok. I realized I enjoyed doing live streams, just talking live streams. And I was like, might as well try and get into Twitch. I mean,
Yeah.
it seems fun. I enjoy doing it. So I got a PS4, played a few games on that, played, oh my God, Fall Guys. I loved
Love Fall
Fall
Guys.
Guys. I played
Yes.
that for a while.
Yes.
And then tried to get into Minecraft. Did get into Minecraft, but I felt like I hadn't grown up with it, so I didn't know all the ins and outs.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I started TikTok live streaming, and I started doing Wordle. But recently, I did buy a Switch because I like Mario Kart, so I wanted to play that. But now my boyfriend is a Minecrafter at heart. He loves it. He's obsessed. So we've started our own realm one day now, and I am actually playing Minecraft semi-regularly now with him. I'm getting into it. I'm trying. I don't know the lore, so it's difficult to like know everything. But I'm trying my best.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I love it. So
it's mental to me. Like, I mean, I'm not massive on Minecraft. I tried it. I remember it coming out. And I am starting to realize how much of an age gap there is between us when you say certain things. But like I remember it coming out, and it was obviously like really early days and stuff like that. And I thought, oh, this is twice a little sandbox game. I didn't realize it was lore. Like, and again, I remember like finding out like my kids play it, and like talking about ender dragons. I'm like, what's an ender dragon? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, my reaction exactly. I'll like discover something. I'll be like, oh, there's like an underground cave, and he's like, yeah, obviously, Cat, that's the underground big boss. And I'm like, I like just going into a mine and trying to find diamonds.
Yeah,
strip mining is what I like doing.
That's what
Just going down a line and breaking down blocks.
Yeah.
That's my ideal Minecraft experience.
Yeah.
He can do all the rest.
Done.
Yeah, perfectly. I love that.
Sorry, I've got to get on the podcast. My son today actually, he's we had very random, but there's a reason why I'm mentioning it. Yeah, we had a beef roast for dinner today, and
Nice.
He said to me, he said to me, "Dad, guess what I had for dinner?" Even though I had the same thing. He's 10, by the way. And he went, I went, I think you had a beef roast, and he was like, "Yeah, I did." Well, I didn't. Steve from Minecraft ate it. I went, "What?" And he went, "Yeah." I went, "How did Steve from Minecraft eat his food?" And he was like, "It's like, yeah, his roast beef like this, Dad." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, okay, son."
Whatever you say. Okay, sure.
So,
Steve,
sorry.
see,
thrown in there.
I know who Steve is now. I didn't even know that when I was first playing Minecraft. It's like the main person, but I didn't know that. But now I'm all on Steve from Minecraft.
Yeah.
I know that reference.
It's Jack Black, apparently. My God.
Yes.
Crazy.
I've seen the trailer for that. I don't know what I think. Some people love it. To me, it's just like a kid's film, so I don't know. But I know that the Minecrafters have opinions on it.
They do. They do.
Yes, they have opinions.
And you talk about Minecraft lore. Again, another game that my kids, my eldest, who's 16, plays Splatoon. And I was like, so Splatoon is just shooting paint at objects and people, right? That's it. Done. No, apparently there's a massive lore behind this. Like there's like aliens or something, or like aquatic creatures or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the
kind
hell?
of thing that if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Well, do you know, I didn't realise because one of the games I did play on Wii was Wii Sports.
Yes.
And I've seen videos in recent years. Apparently, that has like a huge lore behind it. I thought it was just people playing like sports games. But there's like, you know, the iceberg memes?
Yes.
There's like things that people talk about. I don't know what it is. Music, when certain notes are played, that means something. Or there's characters who are in the background and like some are really good at certain sports. So you have to watch out for them. It's like a whole universe. I just thought you play tennis on it. Yeah. But apparently it's the whole thing. And I like deep dives. So that is on my list of like things to learn more about.
Yeah.
Because I love lore.
If you get time, please message me when you do that. I want to hear.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm sure people have done like 5-hour-long YouTube videos on it.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to get stuck into them.
Noted. Goodness me. Like, I just remember Matt, like, the boxer, like, just kicking my ass.
Yes, I remember that one. The tennis I always love. Because I always remember my dad, he'd be holding the remote control in one.
Yeah.
And I know people had the nunchucks, he wouldn't be holding that. So he'd just have nothing in this hand, the remote in this hand, and he would serve like that. And it was like, it's not getting this. There's nothing there.
That's funny.
No, it was funny. We'd watch and be like, what do you think is happening?
Yeah.
What do you think is happening?
Oh man.
Very funny.
That's slightly, if I may say, so no disrespect to your dad, but slightly boomer behaviour.
Yes. Oh yes. Very much that.
I love
very much that.
I love that. One of my favorite Wii memories. Again, we're just talking about having a Nintendo Wii. Like very early days. I went to we all went to a mate's house. We had different friends, and we all went to one particular friend's house. And he obviously made his own Miis. You made your own Miis.
Yes.
And I remember this quote. I probably shouldn't mention this, but I'm not a big stoner. But they were all kind of stoners, right? So there was that type of environment, should we say?
Yes.
And they were all getting stoned. Not me, but they were all getting stoned. And one of them, out of nowhere, they were playing Wii bowling. And out of nowhere, one of my mates in the back just went, "Is that Michael Jackson?" I don't know why. That quote stays with me forever.
Is that Michael Jackson? Just one of the memes, just
in the background of bowling, you know.
Oh my god, I forgot about making the Miis. Yeah, I remember we all used to do that. You'd make Miis of all like your family and friends.
Yes.
Some of them would be a bit offensive.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And like from a child's mind, where you weren't trying to be offensive, but you just make them look how they actually look, not being flattering, and it would be like, oh,
am I that fat? Oh, okay.
That type of thing where you'd be like, oh, maybe you should be a bit kinder.
Yeah.
When it comes to making the Miis.
Yeah. Oh, good memories. So, wow. So let's talk about Christmas then. So what are your Christmas memories? Like, was there any, like, a particular Christmases that come to mind? Video game related or just in general? Like, what are some of your favourite Christmas memories?
Favorite Christmas memories? I mean, getting the PS2 and the Wii, they were big ones. Also, I remember getting a laptop, my first laptop ever. Nice. My sister was very bitter because we both got them the same year, which meant she was older than me, but she had to wait longer to get one. But it was obviously in the time where like things were changing technology-wise so quickly that at that point it just felt right for us both to get a laptop. And I remember the note from Santa, who I still believed was Santa at the time, being like, when your parents say you have to get off it, you have to listen to them. Okay, yeah, we'll do. So I remember that. Trying to think of Christmas memories. I do have a video from when I was like 3. And my mum and dad had bought me all of these gifts, all brilliant gifts. One of the gifts they bought me was a box set of Winnie the Pooh books.
Oh, okay.
Like So about 5 books. And they kept filming me being like, and what did you get for Christmas? And I'd pick up one of the books and go, book. And they were like, oh. And they'd be like, and what else did you get? Kind of ushering me towards the other great stuff. But I'd just pick up the second book and go, book. And it's just a video of me picking up all the individual books, being so excited about these books, and then being like, yeah, that's great. We did also buy you some other stuff. So if you could get excited about that,
Yes.
would love that.
Yes.
But I was very determined to only care about my books.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then another weird thing about me and Christmas, and this might change this year. This is, we'll wait and see how I feel. Have never liked Sunday roast or Christmas dinner. It's just never been my thing. So for the past,
I don't know if I had one today, but I'm not massive on them. Anyway,
yeah, well, apparently that makes us weirdos, because whenever I tell people this,
right.
they are not happy with me.
Thank you.
What I have done on Christmas for the past few years is I've had nachos. While everybody else is eating their Christmas dinner, I have my Christmas nachos. It's a huge, like, sharing bowl of nachos that I have, and I love it. It's my Christmas nachos.
I'm down with that. You know what? I might take that from you, Kat. I might do Christmas nachos.
Honestly, we should make it a thing.
I think so.
I think my parents just decided, we're not fighting with you about food on Christmas. Eat what you want.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're not going to fight with you.
I always get jealous that the Japanese have KFC for Christmas. I'm like,
yes,
I'm a massive KFC fiend, and I'm like, I would love to have that for Christmas. Like, I wish KFC opened on Christmas Day. I'd go. You know,
I would go.
Yeah,
I would go. I'm sure a lot of people would.
Yeah, I think there's a missing trick here in the UK. I know all of the traditions like you can't do that. How dare you? That's not British tradition. I don't care.
It's like I don't care. I do not care. Christmas nachos forever.
Yes, completely agreed. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, that's amazing. Again, you're talking about like the book thing. It's reminding me of again. I've mentioned two of my children. I got to mention my third child. You know, so this is the middle child. He one particular birthday it was actually he had a load of birthday cards and presents, and we had a big pie, and we had about, I don't know, it was quite a big pie actually. I think it was about 12, 15 adults there and some kids, so probably about like 10 kids maybe, I don't know. So quite a packed room, and he was reading every single one of his birthday cards all the way through, and there's some lovely messages.
Sweet.
And it was like, so about your presents? I just want to read the next card. Well, how about you open half the cards now and have
half later?
Yeah, it was so.
Oh,
sweet.
That's so sweet. Because usually you have to be like, right, you have to read the cards. Yes. Don't just take the money out the cards and throw the card away. You have to at least pretend to read it.
Yes.
He actually cared. That's so sweet.
Yeah. Never did it any other year. Just that one year.
Yeah.
Every year. It's the money.
Decided.
You know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
well, I never had the year where I read all the cards. I only had the money years, so he's better than me.
Oh, amazing. So, so you mentioned like playing online, like so is that like a big thing for you? Do you play online with friends like offline? Again, let's compare it like to TikTok Live. So do you do much like de-stressing, chilling with friends offline? What do you do offline and online, if that makes sense? I know it's a bit of a weird one.
So honestly, with gaming is never like, or even online stuff has never really been something that me and my friends do. We usually meet up. We usually go out to like Cardiff drinking is honestly our biggest thing that we do. We enjoy it. But I will say, like, ever since because obviously me and my boyfriend are long distance. He lives in America, so it's quite tough to see him that often. So we have made use of online. Minecraft, Mario Kart, doing all of those. Even just games on like Messenger, I love. We play those. And I've discovered like it is like such a fun way to keep in contact and like feel like you're actually doing something with that person, like having a shared experience, as opposed to just, because otherwise we FaceTime all the time, obviously, but we don't want to speak 24/7 on FaceTime because we do run out of things to speak about eventually. Yeah. So it's nice to have the games to just like give us a little activity type of thing. So I've really enjoyed that. I have like learned the value of online gaming in recent years.
Amazing.
I love it.
And mobile gaming then is something you dabble in as well.
I did. I got really into the Mario game when that came out in, I don't know, 2018. I would lie in bed and play that for like 5 hours at a time. and I like maxed it out. I've never maxed out a game before that one.
Wow. Yeah.
I think it was because it was so easily accessible. I paid for it. I paid for it multiple times because they were like scamming me, basically. They kept being like, you haven't paid for this. And I was like, I have. But what's more is, yes, I am going to pay for it again because that's how obsessed I am with this game.
Yeah.
But that one I love. The Mario Kart one I do remember playing for a while, but I wasn't as obsessed. But then it's mostly just like iMessenger games, like Cut Pong. Me and him will play a lot just on iMessage.
That's sweet.
He usually wins that one, unfortunately. But I try my best.
Oh, that's awesome. So, so in terms of video gaming, then generally, what I mean, you might have touched upon it. What are you playing right now? What's on the like the
Right now, I guess it is just Minecraft is like our big thing, because as soon as I told him like, yeah, we can play Minecraft, he was like, right, we're going for it. Like, get in, we're going to start a world. He's built like some huge castle on Minecraft.
Wow.
He's got like millions of diamonds. He's built me like all this armor, which is great for me because that means I can go into caves and nothing can like kill me.
Yeah.
Because I am not good at the game. I kept dying constantly. But now I'm like indestructible and I love it. I just go and mine. That's what I like doing. Strip mining is my favorite thing. Just going and hitting blocks.
Yeah.
It is a de-stressor.
It is.
Just like Minecraft music playing and it's all nice and calm. You're just led like in bed, just doing the same thing over and over. Don't have to think about anything. I love it.
Yeah.
I truly do.
There's been some fascinating studies on Minecraft, hasn't there? Like in terms of children playing it, like how good it is for like cognitively for children, you know. And again, specifically,
I didn't know that, but it makes massively. Sense, yeah.
And especially children with autism as well, you know. It's like a really big thing. There's lots of research on it and how therapeutic it is and how it gets them to de-stress and calm down.
So interesting.
Learning new skills, you know. Again,
I'm like thinking I need to go and look into that because I would actually like to know about that. That's so interesting, and it makes sense now. I've played it. I can kind of see, because it's not like a lot of games I feel like are loud, bright, like lights and noises, action. But if you want Minecraft to be more like that, you can make it. But if you want to just chill out a bit, you absolutely can.
Yeah.
What a good game. I'm like getting really on side Minecraft.
Yeah. It's one of the biggest, it's arguably the biggest game of the last 20 years, really, isn't it? It's huge, absolutely huge. Completely transformed video gaming forever. So it's one of those games when, again, we're joking about like Bratz being one of the best games of all time. Like people do put like, is Minecraft one of the best games of all time? Yes or no? And like genuinely, you can make a really strong case that it is. You know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All the people who mostly boys, I will say, but all the boys I know who I'm friends with, all of them love Minecraft. Like they really did grow up with it, love it. It's something that they are like passionate about, and I'm beginning to see why. Yeah. I'm getting on it. I love it.
So on that topic, then. If you're stuck on a remote island, this would be interesting with yourself because you do a lot of like online stuff in terms of like TikTok and mobiles and stuff like that. I normally ask this for console gamers or PC gamers, but we'll see how this goes. If you were stuck on a remote island forever, I'm sorry, Kat, I'm sorry, and Wales don't count, or UK. You can only have 3 games with you for the rest of your life on that island. You are stuck forever, I'm afraid. You can bring your boyfriend with you, that's fine.
Yay.
What would those 3 games be and why?
What would the thing going to be? Well, if I've got my boyfriend with me, then Uno is definitely going to be one. Does that count? Can I choose Uno as a card game?
Yes.
Perfect. Well, Uno definitely, because I am not joking when I say I could play Uno for 10 hours in a row and like never get bored. I love it so much. People will play it with me for like 3 games and then they're like, okay, like we're done, right? And I'm like, oh, contrary. I blocked out 6 hours for this.
You ain't going nowhere.
No, we are playing Uno. Literally.
Locks the
door. Honestly. So Uno definitely. My boyfriend actually, I'm sure, dreads coming to actually see me because he just knows it's going to be 2 weeks of Uno. But Uno definitely. There's a game called Dobble. Have you heard of Dobble?
No.
It's another card game. Oh my god, it is addictive as well. It's basically you get a stack of cards and they all have photos on. So say the photos are like a lock, a dragon, a hand. There's about probably like 20 little pictures. Right, let me see if I can remember how to describe this. Basically then, you each get, say, half the deck each if there's 2 people playing. One person puts a card down. On your next card, you have to find the photo that matches a photo on the other card. And on every single card, there is only ever one photo that matches.
Right.
So, say I have a card, they have a card, there's a lock on the card, and there's a heart on the card amongst 15 other photos. Mine could have a lock on it, theirs could have a heart on it, but it has to be the first person to find which photo you have that matches the one on the card.
Oh, okay.
It's complicated to describe, but really easy to play as soon as you know.
Yeah.
And that's another one that I can play for hours on end.
Interesting.
Just go in like heart, lock, key, and oftentimes one person will get into like a rhythm of it where they're getting loads, and the other person is like, "Oh, I can't see it." That's a fun one. Okay. Stressful, but fun. And then, what would my last game be? I'm trying to think of all the games I've played. Like, I loved Fall Guys. I really did love playing Fall Guys, but I don't know. I guess if I'm on a remote island,
you can have internet connection.
No one else.
You can play it.
Okay,
yeah,
I can have internet connection.
Yes.
But then, do I actually, now thinking about it, do I want to choose Minecraft over it? I think I might, because if I have nothing else to do on this remote island, my boyfriend's refusing to play Dobble and Uno with me anymore. He's put his foot down.
Yes.
Minecraft is kind of never ending. Like, you can build stuff forever and it can be different. Yeah. So I do think maybe now I would include Minecraft on there. Wow. Uno, Dobble, and Minecraft.
Love it. And you can build your island on your island, so yeah.
Perfect. I can recreate the island, one-to-one scale.
And if you've got unlimited time, you can build your island in your island on the island and just keep going into Islandception.
Oh my god, Islandception, literally.
Oh, incredible. So do you play games like for achievements much? Is that something that comes into mind?
Like, I don't think I do really. I am not a competitive person at all. I remember being in school when we played rounders, and I'd be one of the ones trying to get the ball to like someone's battered it and you have to try and catch it. And I remember the girls being like, run, and I'd be like, why would I? I'm like, I need you to remember who you're speaking to now. Why would I run? Because at the end of the day, I run for this ball. I get the ball. We get it back. We win the game.
Yeah.
And all for what? And all for what?
Yeah.
All to go to the next lesson and be like hot and sweaty because they didn't let us have showers after. Like, no, I'm not doing it. Competitive is just literally. I've just never been competitive for the sake of being competitive.
Yeah.
And the Mario game, I did get into. I wanted to get all of the ones on there, but apart from that, I think I just enjoy the act of playing.
Yeah.
I just enjoy having fun.
Yeah, it's downtime. Yeah.
Exactly. That is what it is for me, and I do get why people would care. Like, I get that state of mind. I just can't relate to it.
Yeah,
it's just not for me.
That makes perfect sense. To be fair. Are you someone that collects anything, video game related or otherwise? Are you a collector? I mean, I don't know how bad this is, but I can see a collection behind you. I wasn't sure if hey, I'm good. I went 38 minutes, okay?
Without mentioning. Yeah. So the answer is yes. Obviously, I am a big collector. That is my little stash that I've honestly kept now as a joke because I forgot it was there until I went live on TikTok in this room, and then people were like, "What is behind you?" And I was like, "Oh, my 5 million Coke Zero cans." That's what. So that's almost a shrine now to my love for Coke Zero. Hey, I've been trying to take them down. It's a great drink.
Yes.
I've been trying to take them down kind of like one by one as the days go on, but then I forget constantly, and they live now. They're kind of like my little friends, my supporters. Maybe I'll stop naming them.
My sons collect Prime bottles. I don't know why. I don't like them, but whatever.
Yeah. I know that at one point people were like fighting over those Prime. They might be worth a lot in future. They might be worth a lot. So I would say keep a hold of them.
Yes.
But apart from my collection of cans, I don't really think I ever have been a collector. I can't think of anything that I've ever really wanted to have all on. I tried to get into match attacks when I was younger because all of my friends were like tomboys and I was like pretending to be a tomboy because I was like, that's the cool thing to be. But people would give me match attack cards and I'd be like, I just don't care.
Yeah.
I just do not care about these footballers. So it's never really been for me collecting. If I found something, I feel like I could get into it if I found like the one thing that I cared about.
Yeah.
It's like something that would be in line with my personality.
Sure.
I just haven't found that thing yet. But when I do, I'll go crazy for it.
Okay, so Twitch was before TikTok, you were saying?
Yes. I started off I guess I started off on TikTok. But that wasn't gaming or anything. That was just like, oh my god, we're in lockdown. Why? Right, I'll just go live and see what happens. But then, oh my god, then I remember actually what I did is I was in university at the time and I had to, obviously I was writing my dissertation. It was my final year. That was it. So I had to write my dissertation. So I thought, how can I get off my phone? Like, how can I not go on my phone as I write my dissertation? Because I am a phone addict. So what I did is I set up a live stream and I would just say like, come study with me as I write my dissertation. And I truly think, and I might be giving myself too much credit, but I see people do this a lot.
They do.
I truly think I was the first person to do it because I did not see anybody else doing it.
Sure. Yeah.
I like at no point did I get the idea from anyone else. I truly think I was the first person to do it. I'm sure somebody will be able to prove me wrong on that.
Actually,
this person at this time. But from that, I did get a few people who kind of they must have enjoyed the lives. It was just chilling. I was barely even speaking, but I kind of got a few people who enjoyed it, and they would join every day, and I'd start speaking to them, and then we all kind of were like, should I start a Twitch? Like, would that be something you guys would watch? And they were like, yeah. So then from there, I went and bought kind of a microphone and a camera and all of that, and I started to do Twitch, and I enjoyed it, but it's such a difficult platform to grow on that I was like, I tried to dedicate time to it and I did, but then I started doing TikTok lives more and they started to pick up, and so I kind of migrated over there eventually.
So and I do you know what, I generally cannot remember how long I've been following you, which again, as I say, out of context is a weird sentence. I always find it weird when I say that on this podcast. I've been following you for a long time. Wow.
It's so weird because I never even hear it like that, but now you say it, I don't even know how long I've been following you.
Sorry. But like it has been, I don't know, it's at least 4 years, 5 years possibly. And I remember, again, I think I found you through like fashion stuff and Welsh stuff for sure. Again, because I've a lot of like Welsh stuff. So you've always had like, again, you know, in terms of like fashion, I know jack shit about fashion, but you know, like that always been like a part of your personality. It's always been something you're interested in, and you know, following trends and like inspiring other people. Yeah, talk about that if you don't mind.
Yeah, the fashion thing. I think I was for a long time on since I've started doing social media. I've been kind of trying to find what I really enjoy doing.
Yeah,
I was like, because I knew I enjoyed being on social media and making videos, and a lot that really like pushed my love of Wales. I've always loved Wales. I've always been passionate about it, but like that really spurred it on. I think because I remember making videos about Wales and getting a lot of people who were commenting all the usual stuff like, you're not a real country, or like your language sounds like God, like stupid stuff like that, and that really made me be like, actually, Hugh, I love Wales. I'm going to speak about it forever.
Yes.
So it's those people who are to thank for me being insane about Wales.
Yeah.
But then the fashion stuff, I've always really liked clothes. Over lockdown, I had nothing to spend money on, so I was like, I guess I'll spend money on clothes. And I got really into that, and I found I really did enjoy making those videos. Weirdly, they're so time consuming though. To make those videos, trying to find the outfits, set out the outfits, get the lighting, film them, edit them. So I really enjoyed it, but I wasn't passionate enough about it to keep up with it on a consistent level. What really I think is where I found what I really love doing was the Wordle stuff.
Yeah.
And that was so random. I just was on TikTok live one day just speaking, and I was just like, should I play Wordle? Everyone's playing Wordle. I've never played it. Like, what even is it? Should I play it? And they're like, I don't know, 10 people watching were like, yeah, sure, play it. So I did, and then kind of more people joined. And then it kind of just snowballed from there. Every night I was like, oh, I'll start a like schedule of playing it. And then people were joining, people were like saying, oh, I look forward to these every night. And I was like, oh my God, so fun. And so, yeah, from there it was 3 years of playing Wordle. And then I think that eventually I was like, I'm not doing anything new. I've been doing it for 3 years. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's different words every day, which is obviously like good and fun, but I just wasn't feeling the same passion for it. And I one day was like, nobody will play Uno with me. Nobody will play Uno with me. And it's all I want to do. I love it so much. So I was like, can I find a way to play Uno on TikTok? Like, is it possible? And it took a bit of like playing around with it. But eventually I've got my setup now. And this is my new thing. I've been doing it for like a few months now. And I love it every single day. I come home and I'm like excited to get on live and play Uno.
That's so good. That's so good. No, it's a fascinating journey as well. So was it the Wordle then that really like skyrocketed you on the like the following in like TikTok, etc.?
I think that was what I had, like a fair few amount of followers before, but they were all from very random videos that would kind of pop off.
Yeah.
And none of them really like cared about me type of thing, because
Sure.
they would just they'd see one video and be like, oh yeah, that's fine, but then forget, which fair enough. That's, you know, how it works online. But the Wordle, I think, really less so made me pop off, more so made me get a community type
Sure.
of thing.
Yeah.
Of people who are like avid watchers, who now it's so nice like going on a live stream and being like, hey, this person, like, how are you? How is this thing going on in your life?
Yeah.
Asking questions and like feeling like you know people.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that, and people have been so like lovely and nice, and joining the Discord and whatever. It's such a nice feeling to have that. So yeah, I love them all. If they're watching, love you guys.
Yay. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, that's wonderful. I was going to ask again. You mentioned about TikTok. Yeah, I I ate a TikTok. I had 500 followers here for a week. I was like, yay! Anyway,
Yay!
I mostly just do like clips on my Twitch on there, and I might do like a like one of those head bobbing like knockout games. That's about it.
Yes,
I'm into my rock and metal music, and it was like, ooh, what metal band am I? Anyway,
yes, I love those.
But yeah, no, you are right. Like again, it's a content creator of my own. You know, obviously I'm fast. You know, we can't compare. It's apples and oranges, but equally, I can appreciate the. Oh my god, like it's so much effort. Like,
oh yeah.
How can you? How can you describe that then in terms of like the output versus the like again I won't go into too much of our DMs, but again we have had conversations I remember about like numbers and stuff like that, and like how do you feel like the mental strain it can take if you put so much effort into something and it doesn't quite pop off?
It can be tough, because you know you will sit and edit for like a fair while, and then the videos get like barely any views, because my TikTok engagement video wise has never really been that great. My lives do really well. My videos never do that great. And I just kind of think, okay, well, it is what it is. That's how it goes. But it can be frustrating, because the lives, while they are effort, you know, to do and kind of like present, they're really fun and I love them. And kind of when it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
You're doing it and then it's done. Whereas with the editing, you're doing it for so long, trying to make everything perfect, whatever. Then you upload it and nobody really cares. It can be a bit like, oh, like, is it even worth doing it? But what I've really tried to reframe in my mind is be like, why are you doing this?
Yes.
If you're doing it just to get engagement and whatever, then like, don't. Because you're just setting yourself up to fail, because you're going to stop caring, get frustrated, whatever. What I've tried to reframe it in my mind is, what skills am I learning when I do this? From doing those fashion videos, I can now edit videos a lot better. I know how to just do a lot more stuff when it comes to video editing. I know about lighting. I know about like camera angles and tripods and whatever, stuff that I never would have known before, but are new skills. And so while it can be frustrating, I think if you reframe it in your mind as to what are you getting from this as opposed to what are you not getting from this,
Yeah.
then it's just a better way to look at it, and that's what I've really tried to do.
Excellent answer. No, that's brilliant. Thanks for sharing that.
Thank you.
So, if you don't mind me asking, you're full time in terms of content creation. That's your job, isn't it, as well? Or is it not?
I do. It is not. I have a part-time job doing social media for a hotel
Oh, okay,
as
gotcha.
well.
Yeah.
Which actually I got kind of the skills for knowing how to do that from doing social media of my own. Like
Yeah.
that's what kind of made me realize, oh, maybe I can do this as
Yeah.
part-time as well.
Definitely.
So,
It's fascinating, isn't it? Transferable skills involved in terms of content
yeah,
creation
you
and how it
really
can.
do learn so much. People don't realize how much, like, I always talk about it as, when big blockbuster films or TV, which are obviously on a vastly different level, but you've got one person doing every job that they've been trained to do individually.
Mm-hmm.
I am obviously like, and we are doing our own lighting, our own cameras, our own sound. I don't know about any of that, but you just have to learn as you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is just a good way to learn stuff, honestly,
Yeah.
that I've enjoyed.
Amazing. No, it's so good. It's so good. So, as we're talking about this, then, so what advice have you thought about giving to anyone that is interested in again in the world of TikTok, in the world of content
Mhm.
creation? Have you got any tips or suggestions, or do's or don'ts?
I think the biggest thing, and it's something I've just had to like, I've had to just essentially flick a switch and just be okay with it, is you can't be embarrassed. You just like, it is inherently embarrassing to be like posting and like, nobody puts on a personality, but you obviously are gonna
Yeah.
be a bit more out there, whatever, while you're filming. It is just going to feel embarrassing. People will probably be embarrassed about, like, for you. People will probably laugh and talk about it. You've just got to not care. Because I always think I enjoy doing it. And if people think it's embarrassing, that's fine. They're not wrong. If that's what they feel, that's
Mm-hmm.
fine. But I just don't care. And people are like, oh, you see people all the time say, oh, it's embarrassing to be like streaming to like a low number of people, whatever. But actually, it's really not.
Mm-hmm.
My boyfriend said this to me the other day. He was like, do you know how crazy it is to get 10 people to stop what they are doing
Yeah.
and to watch you?
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. That's
Yeah.
insane. And it truly, really is. And so, no matter how, because I've done many, many streams where there's been 10 people, less people, whatever. And I just think, well, those 10 people are there.
Yeah.
So good. You know,
Definitely.
you've just got to not be embarrassed. That's it. You've just got to go for it.
100%. Again, it's something that we see in the streaming, in the Twitch world, about like if you're getting 10 people on your stream, oh, I've only got 10 people. It's like, can you imagine being in a room with 10 people watching you? Sounds crazy when you say it
Literally
like that.
that.
But anyway, it's
Yeah.
it's so true,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
exactly that. You've just got to understand that if it's embarrassing for them, they're not doing it. You're the one doing it.
Yeah.
So enjoy it.
Yeah, they're taking their time out for you, and again,
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not kind of different content creation, but it probably does apply to yourself actually, Kat, in that respect. Is that again, we've just had the Twitch recap thing coming up now with all the
Mm-hmm.
streamers and stuff like that, and in my top, like, you get the top community people. There was someone that I wasn't familiar with. I was like, who's that? I kind of
Mm-hmm.
vaguely know the new person's name, but I didn't know. But that person is
Yeah.
like one of my like top 9 or top 10 people who have watched most of my streams this year, and I'm like, holy
Yeah.
shit, like that's so cool. And there's probably,
That
again, with
is cool.
yourself,
Yeah.
you're going to have people, again, I don't think there's like a TikTok Wrapped or anything like that, but like if there is, like you're going to have people,
Mm-hmm.
again, anonymously watching you
That is so
consistently.
cool.
Basically,
Yeah.
Cat I'm going to watch it, and they're watching you, and,
And
yeah,
they're just like silent watchers. And
yeah,
you're right. That is so cool to realize that, even if it doesn't feel like you're getting the engagement,
yeah,
well, actually, look at that.
yeah,
And I have had people, when it comes to like the videos, fashion videos, say, people who have messaged me, even though they didn't do that well, I
yeah,
would have people message and say, can you keep doing these? Like, I really love these. These help me with whatever. And I'm like, again, it's what you're getting from it, not what you're not getting from it. That's what
100%.
you've got to focus on.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So, I haven't asked you this yet. So, basically, how did you get your name?
Basically, well, I was speaking last night to my boyfriend about the podcast. I was like, I'm so excited to do it, but I was trying to think of, answers and everything. And he was saying, he was like, the one thing you want to make sure of is tell them that I gave you the username.
Really?
Because he did. Because my first username, and I made it, I think, for probably like Twitter when I was, I don't know, 16 or something. It was cat with 6 T's and 3 underscores.
Yes.
Which is not a good username.
I think
because
nobody... Isn't it your PayPal?
Yes, yeah. I think
saw it today when I was looking at your socials. I was like...
That's the thing. Yeah. Nobody's going to sit there and go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like counting them to put it in anywhere. So once I started, I think it was when I started Twitch, a few people were like, you have to change that. You have, it's just not going to work. So I was like, okay, to what? And it feels like every single username on earth is taken. It's like so difficult to get one. But I think my boyfriend said that he was watching somebody, or maybe it's a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer, I don't know, who was called like Basically I Do Work or something.
Okay.
Basically, it was something like that. Yeah. Where it was basically and then what they did in their stream. And he thought about that, and then he just was like, maybe you could Basically Cat. And I was like, Basically Cat?
Yeah.
Why not? And now I like it. My friends all the time now will be like, oh, Basically Cat. Or Basically Cat. They call it me now.
The X is silent,
Yes, yes. But yeah, that's basically how I got my name.
Wow, fascinating. That's amazing. I love that.
Basically Cat, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something along the lines. I get this all the time. Is why are you called Johnny Beard? I don't know. I can't think of why. Yeah, my name's not even Johnny. You're going to tell your name's not even Cat. It's like
Yeah.
Rachel.
Basically, I'm a cat cosplayer. Basically, no.
There we go. So I'm putting you on the spot here, Kat. Daft Play. Our charity event, which again you've been so supportive of, and thank you, diolch yn fawr. We might be moving towards TikTok.
Ooh.
Because I did ask you a couple of years ago if you were still streaming on Twitch and if you were, would you like to consider? And you said I don't, and that's totally cool. But if we move to TikTok,
oh my god,
what
yes.
Are your thoughts? Would you love to do a stream for us?
Oh my god, absolutely yes! I would love to. If I could do an Uno, give me a chance to play Uno, and I will take it.
Yeah.
I will tell you that right now.
Have a St. David's Day themed version of Uno.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes. No, I genuinely, I would absolutely love that. If you on TikTok, that would be perfect.
Yeah. I don't know how it's going to work, but we're looking at it. We're looking at YouTubers, we're looking at TikTokers.
Well, please let me know, and I would love to.
Would have been awkward if we said no. Actually, on your own podcast, Johnny Bit, no, not for me. Kind of put you on a spot there.
Oh god, imagine. No, that's so fine. I always wish I said no, just for just for the joke of it, just to see what happens next. But no, I would never say no, because again, give me a chance to play Uno and support a good cause.
Yes.
All under the guise of Welshness as well.
Yes.
Oh my god, the perfect trio. Amazing. Yes.
Oh hell yeah! Thank you. Diolch. So, as it's a Christmas special, I have to ask. I think I've only got one more question for you, Kat, which is basically, what are your plans for Christmas this year? What are you, in terms of online content? Are you doing anything special, or are you going to chill with the family? What's the plans?
In terms of online content, I'm kind of thinking I kind of want to make theme days on my TikTok live. So maybe I don't know what I'll do. Wear a Christmas hat. Yeah. Maybe see if there's a Christmas theme Uno pack that I can get, something like that, just to make it a bit more festive fun.
Yeah.
But my big thing this year is that I might retire the Christmas nachos and fry Christmas dinner. I've been trying new foods over the past few years. I've been learning to cook a bit more. So this might be the year because I've not had it since I was 6 at this point. And I'm a full adult now, so maybe I'll like the vegetables. Well, time will tell.
Yeah. You're breaking my heart here. You sold me. You sold me. I'll adopt the nachos in your honor then, maybe.
Perfect. It lives on.
Oh, Kat, that was wonderful. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Me, honestly, I really enjoyed it. Yes, absolutely. I really, really enjoyed it.
One more time. Would you like to tell anyone where we can find you? You got your. If you want, you can point down. Or I'm pointing here. To where can we find you in your socials? Where can we find you?
So I am basically CatX on everything. The X is just the letter X. TikTok is my main one. Instagram is another big one. And then I am on Twitter, X, but I don't really say anything on there. And then Twitch as well, because a fun fact about my Uno live streams is if you want to play on my side and see my cards, then I do have a camera that's usually here, and that shows my cards on Twitch, and that's live on Twitch. So on Twitch as well, basically CatX.
Amazing. Oh, there we go then. There we go. Oh, well, Nadolig llawer i chi. Happy
Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Christmas.
Yes, and to you as well.
Oh, have a wonderful Christmas, and thanks again. So such a fun chat. I had a lovely chat with you.
Yes, so did I. I really enjoyed it.
I hope you guys enjoyed it too, watching or listening. Follow Basically Cat. Please do it, and I will see you soon. Much love, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.